What's going on, people? Welcome back to Jake's AFC. As always, big up to everyone who's been interacting with the channel, liking the vids, subscribing to the channel, and letting me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And it's our time of the week, match preview, Chelsea versus Arsenal in the Carabao Cup semi-final. And as you can see, your boy is outside the Stamford Bridge today. Had to come down to the southwest of London, Fulham Broadway, to the home of Chelsea Football Club, and it's a very nice stadium. To be fair, really like the stadium because the atmosphere is usually quite loud because of how close the fans are to the players. So it is an old school stadium, but it's still a very nice stadium. And you'll remember last time we faced Chelsea in the Carabao Cup semi-final. It was 7 years ago, 8 years ago actually, when we drew 0-0 over here, and then we beat them 2-1 in the second leg to face Manchester City in the final. Short memories around there because we ended up losing 3-0 in the final in Wembley, but this time we need to correct our wrongs. So it's a massive game. And obviously, Chelsea come to this game with their new manager, Liam Rossini, and I'm sure they're going to want to make a statement in this game because I'm sure they also felt quite hard down by in their last game in the Premier League against us. You all remember when Moses Caicedo got sent off in that 1-1 win for them. And to be fair, I'm sure Chelsea fans, most people who watched the game may feel that Chelsea were disappointed with getting a draw because if they had the 11 men on the pitch, they'd probably go on to win that game. But anyways, that's in the past. This is now the game for tomorrow, Chelsea versus Arsenal. And let's get to the predicted lineup. In goal, we're going to go for Kepa. Obviously, you remember Kepa used to play for Chelsea, and we signed him in the summer for 5 million. And he's not made many appearances for Arsenal, but then I feel like for the cup competitions, we should be playing Kepa. And he should have done better for that goal that Portsmouth conceded over the weekend. But I feel like for this game, he would go. Mikel Arteta is going to go for Kepa. Right back, I'm actually going to go for Benny Blanco. I think he's been putting in some big performances over the last few weeks. And even though Julian Timber's taking his place in the team, whenever Ben White comes into the team, he makes some good appearances. So, and I feel like going forward, he helps us quite a lot, with his link up with Saka. It works very well. So Ben White's a right back, centre back partnership. I'm going to go for William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes. Obviously, they were both rested on the weekend against Portsmouth. Actually, no, Gabriel started against Portsmouth, but then he ended up being subbed off at some point during the game. But there's not too many changes we can make for this game, especially in defense, because of the amount of injuries we have with the backline, obviously with Mosquera and Nkapie being out. So I'm going to go for Gabriel and Saliba in centre back. And left back, I'm actually going to go for Julian Timber. I think if Chelsea play Estevao on that right wing position, I feel like we need to have someone who can keep up with them defensively because I feel like lately Miles Lewis Kelly this season has been looking suspect, especially defensively. So I'm gonna go for Julian Timber on that left back spot. In the midfield, I'm gonna go with Declan Rice and Martin Zubimendi as the pivots. Obviously, both of them were rested over the weekend against Portsmouth, and I believe Mikel Arteta will go for them. We should be going for our strongest midfield, so Declan Rice and Martin Zubimendi as a pivot. Ahead of them in the number 10, I'm actually going to go for Ethan Wanyeri. He put in a decent performance in the weekend, and I like the fact that when Ethan plays, you can see that we move the ball quickly. Man, he's not out here taking too many touches like Odegaard. So, and he's also always looking to he's always looking to go forward. He receive the ball at the half turn, passes it on, take shots, and I feel like there's more fluidity in that midfield when Ethan is in there. So I don't think Arteta is going to start him, especially in a game of this magnitude when he's barely played this season. But I'm going to go for Ethan Wanyeri in the number 10. Right wing, Bukayo Saka. He was obviously rested on the weekend against Portsmouth, and I believe Arteta will start him for this game. Obviously, Madueke played over the weekend, and he comes back. He could come back off the bench to play against his former club. But over the weekend, he obviously got himself 2 assists for the Martinelli goals, and he was unlucky. Actually, I wouldn't even say he was unlucky. It was a poor penalty. You shouldn't be missing the penalties like that, man. At least get it on target, man. If keeper saves, keeper saves, but then you can't be missing the penalty off target, man. So, but either way, Bukayo Saka on the right wing, left wing, I'm actually going to go for Gabriel Martinelli. Obviously, he started on the weekend against Portsmouth and he got himself a hat trick. Big up Martinelli for that. I think when he saw all these comments on Twitter after that Conor Bradley incident, man was saying he should be banned, man was saying he's a terrorist. I think he took them personal and he went and slapped a hat trick the game after. So good mentality from Martinelli, and I feel like for this game we should be starting him. And he loves scoring against Chelsea at the Bridge. So Martinelli as a left winger. Up front, it's a sticky one. It's a sticky one. You could play Jokeris, you could play obviously Havertz is back from injury. Gabi Jesus, Merino. I don't think anyone has solidified that spot so far. I don't think anyone has made that their position. But for this game, I'm gonna go for Victor Jokeres. He's not on form. He's not playing well. I've basically sold my stocks on Victor Jokeres, man like Tommy Egan from Power, because it's not looking good for him this season. It's not looking good at all, you know. So either way, despite that, I think it's too early for Havertz to come into the team. Jesus has shown glimpses off the bench. He obviously got himself a goal against Villa, and Merino he's scored, so he's made a good impact when he's coming to the team. But for this game, I'm going to go for Victor Jokeres because I feel like Ateta is going to go for Jokeres, and that's the man he's stuck with so far this season in terms of the striker position. So that's a predicted lineup: Kepa and goal, Ben White, Gabriel, Saliba, and Timber as a defense. Midfield, Declan Rice, Martin Zubomendi, and Ethan Wanyeri in the 10. And then as a front three, Bukayo Saka on the left, Martinelli on the right. No, Bukayo Saka on the right, Martinelli on the left, and up front, Victor Jokeres. In terms of the score prediction, I'm actually going to go for 2-0 Arsenal win. I feel like we're going to come here, we're going to beat Chelsea. I feel like lately, you know, we've had Chelsea's number at the Bridge. You know, the last time they beat us, the Bridge was over 8 years ago. So I feel like tomorrow we're gonna come here and we're gonna win. And my score prediction is 2-0, and should be hopefully we can kill the leg, we can kill the tie in the first leg, and then when they come to the Emirates, we smash them again. But big up everyone as always who has been interacting with the channel. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about my team lineup, and let me know what you think about my score prediction, and drop your score predictions in the chat below. So as always, big up everyone, and I'll see you all in the next one.